Okay, so since this is broken and I can't just get the piston spring, or the housing by itself, I've purchased brand new for the clutch and the brake so that they match. And so we're gonna have to take these off, and it's just two bolts, and of course the disconnect. I already took the thing off the bottom. So on this one, it looks like disconnect this. See, sorry. Okay. And then we should be good to go ahead and take off so that we can put the new ones on. Okay, so we got the old ones off and the bar cleaned up some. So now we got to install the new ones. Okay, so here's our new ones. Now, I believe one of these is correct. The other we're going to have to switch out because it had a different style plug. I think the brake side is fine, but I think it's the clutch side. I'm going to have to switch this out. Now, I kept the old one, or the ones off the old set, and because I had a feeling that's what I was going to need to do. So all it is this screw, and then put the other one in place. And what it does is right here, let's see if I can do this one-handed. You see that button? That lets it know when to engage or disengage. So that's all that does. And then it feeds through the computer and through the wire and says, hey, we're shifting. So that's the next step. Let's get those on. Okay, so we got the new ones on, and so now we need to open these up and bleed it. Put our brake fluid in the system. We'll connect these, but we need to bleed it, so I gotta start with it not connected. But so we got the brake and the clutch side, so I'm gonna start bleeding the system for that, for both sides. And it came with new bolts, so we're gonna take these out and use the new ones and go from there. Yay, one step closer. Okay, so this is for the clutch side. So I've managed to see every time I squeeze it, means we're good. It means we can put it back in place and finish the last couple steps just to get the last little bit of air out, and then we are good to go. Okay, so now we got our other bleeder valve here. So we bled this one, now we're bleeding this one, and I think I've got it to where, so we're gonna just keep doing what we're doing. We're tight and loose until we get all the air out of the system. Alright, so we have our clutch side bled. We put our dot 4 in, we bled it here, put that in place. Then we came down here and we bled it through this line. And then once it was coming out that line without any bubbles, then we did this, loosened and tightened until we got it to where it was just free flowing, not any air bubbles coming out of it. I've seen where they use a tube so they can actually like connect a tube to this, a clear tube, and see if there's any air bubbles, but I don't have that, so I just did it one extra time to make sure that, you know, it was just constantly flowing, instead of bubbling before, you know, in between flows. So that's the best I'm going to be able to do for now. We won't know until we really get it started if it's good enough, but we'll find out. So next we have our brake to bleed the brake systems. Yay. Okay, so we're doing our brakes now. And see, it's supposed to be like almost clear, Well, there was still some oil in the lines, or brake fluid. So I've got this catching it, but look, it's like Coca-Cola what was in the lines. So the line needed to be flushed. So we're just doing a gravity method here. And we will just keep this topped off. So put a little bit more in here. And because of my handlebars, it's kind of an angle, so I gotta just kind of keep it topped off the best I can. And when that starts coming out clear at the bottom, then I'll tighten that bolt, and easy peasy, brakes are done. I'll have to do the back brake. I gotta figure out how to do that one, because it's hydraulic also. Okay, so the last little bit that came out it was coming out clear. All the dirty in there is what was in the line, so it needed to be flushed anyway. So it's a good thing we did this. But so our brakes and our clutch are done with new handles. Now I just need to figure out how to bleed the back brakes, and then we've still got the turn signals to do because they're all broken. Look at that. I already got them in. And then we have light bulb needs to be replaced. I'm waiting for a spring to get here for the brake light, because I'm missing the little spring that goes to that. And rear turn signals. Bleed the back brakes. What else am I waiting on? Oh yeah, so the fuel tank we'll show in another video. It's gonna have to be cleaned again, even though it was already cleaned. It was never sealed and lined, so it just flash rusted. We're working on that right now. I think we're almost there. We're getting there. I had a few wires I had to replace on the tank, and well, not replace, but fix, repair, whatever. So I did that last night. Well, I had the vinegar in the tank, which we will show in another video. So thank you for joining me. This is Shuttersplaining. Like, share, comment, and of course subscribe so you can watch the progress of Norman. I am not a mechanic. I am learning how to do this on my own, and very, very much on my own this time. The most assistance I've gotten was just talking to people, and my husband, when I get stuck, like what do I do? They help me figure it out. And here soon, Norman will be on the road. See you next time.